Hello everybody, I'm Saida, a new member of animeswamp team. I wish you enjoyed this video along with me. Today we are going to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen Dark Theory. So let's see the video. The big three sister family maintains their fabricated high ground by controlling who their children marry. This theory isn't wide because it is difficult to be believed, but rather because the idea of inbreeding is wild. In order to maintain the three main resourcer families' bloodliness, a fan has theorized that this family purposefully work to keep marriage inside the family. By keeping outsiders from meddling with the Gojo, Zenin, and Kamo bloodliness, the three families may have saved the world from Sakona's return, or they may have just committed to a wild family practice that alienates them from the very people they swore to protect. Either way, this is just a theory. Gojo's inherited curse technique allows him to see despite covering his face with a blindfold. Despite the fact that Satoru Gojo spent majority of his screen time behind a blindfold, the fan favorite character still managed to achieve heights that only the strongest Jujutsu sister could. Despite the fact that Satoru Gojo spent the majority of his screen time behind a blindfold, the fan favorite character still managed to achieve heights that only the strongest Jujutsu sister could. It seems that despite the blindfold, Gojo is able to see the world around him with a clarity that few others around him can manage with two fully functional eyeballs. Some fans have speculated that Gojo's perceptions extends beyond what two eyes can offer thanks to his inherited limits curse technique. Perhaps the infinite void that others struggle to withstand when strapped inside Goku's domain is more akin to Goku's natural level of perception that fans first assumed. Yuji's grandfather curse gives Yuji an extra combat buff Jujutsu Kaisen Yuji and his grandpa, while some have speculated over the idea that Yuji able to alter his opponent's memory with a curse technique. Others have theorized that his memory manipulation is a result of curse Yuji's grandfather put on him before dying. Yuji's grandfather told Yuji that he can die alone as he did. Now, every time Yuji approaches death in combat, his opponent's memory is altered to make them believe that Yuji is their friend. If the curse Yuji's grandfather replaces on him is able to kill the fighting spirits of anyone that gets Yuji near death, it may not be a curse at all, but a blessing. If the curse Yuji's grandfather plays on him is able to kill the fighting spirit of anyone that gets Yuji near death, it may not be a curse at all, but a blessing. Yuji Itadori is a descendant of Raymond Sakana, which gives him the strength to harbor the king of curses. Just because shared lineage is common of shonen anime doesn't mean that connecting Yuji and Sakana by blood wouldn't be a wild coincidence. The odds of Yuji being a descendant of Sakana and the harbinger of his return are slim, but not so slim that fans couldn't come up with this fan theory. A big part of this fan theory is found in the fact that Sakana shares likeness with Yuji and when inside a young Suse's body. This is likely nothing more than artistic decision that simplifies the connection between Yuji and Sakana, but it does make fans question what the real Sakana looked like back in the prime. Yuji is able to break his opponent's fighting spirit by tapping into a subconscious curse technique. Though Itadori Yuji is only a first year at Tokyo Jujutsu High, he has proven that the strength of Jujutsu sorcerer cannot be measured by age. Yuji's strength exceeds to usual expectations of a first year student by a number of degrees. Still, the only only curse technique that Yuji has shown an aptitude for a black flash and overgiant fist. While both techniques are powerful, they lack the complexity and Nobara and Megami's curse techniques possess. Some fans have speculated on the idea that Yuji has a subconscious technique that allows him to infiltrate his enemies' memories and destroy the fighting spirit. Some fans have speculated on the idea that Yuji has a subconscious technique that allows to him infiltrate his enemies' memories and destroy their fighting spirit. The false memory flashbacks that Todo sees while fighting Yuji are used as proof of Yuji's subconscious curse technique. Yuki is Yuji's mother? Moving on, another Yuji-related theory going around was related to his parents. This theory was fueled by the existence of suspicious character Yuki Samuka. This is very little information available on Yuki in the manga. Additionally, she also always seemed to be aloof from the Jujutsu world. A suspicious factor is that she has making under her eyes akin to Yuji. Although this theory was not as strong as earlier one, it was still popular. Again, Akatumi Sensei swept the foundation away. He clearly started Yuki's marks or just eye bags. The marking have no relation with Yuji's. Thus, from Akatumi's statements, we can infer that this theory also proved to be wrong. Yuta will one day return to save the day as the world's strongest Jujutsu shaman. The manga for Jujutsu Kaisen began as a 4-chapter miniseries called Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School. This story followed different protagonists named Yuta, whose cursed energy was strong enough to create a curse dubbed the Queen of Curses. Yuji Itadori is one of the 9 cursed womb death paintings. Before Yuji Itadori even enrolled at Tokyo Jujutsu High School and even Susar by name of Narutoshi Kamo forced a woman half human, half cursed to live through 9 pregnancies and 9 terminations. This dastardly did create the 9 cursed womb death paintings. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy a lot. If you like this video, please subscribe. Have a nice time. Bye bye.